Oh, they just want to transition so they can
Incoming
go in
stitch.
women's bathrooms. Okay, dipshit, let me get this straight. You think trans folks go through years of therapy, years of hormone replacement, and then maybe get a surgery when they're 18?
Wait, let me get this straight. Obviously, you're not. Totally fine. Totally cool. But you mean to tell me that you're referencing individuals that are going through hormones for years? And do they actually go through therapy? Because that'd be amazing. But I don't think that they do. To then maybe get a surgery at 18. So you're referencing children? See, this is the problem. This is what the issue is, technically.
And you think the point of that is all so they can use the right bathroom?
No, the issue is those really creepy, broad-shouldered old dudes that are putting on wigs and they just... Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all see.
Holy fuck, you're stupid.
That's rude.
A couple weeks ago, my girlfriend,
You have a girlfriend?
my buddies and I went out to the bars. I was a little liquored up, accidentally walked into a women's bathroom because the sign was covered up. There was nobody else in there. I noticed there were no urinals. I said, oh, this is the wrong bathroom, and I walked the fuck out. And guess what happened? Absolutely nothing.
It sounds like the bar was pretty empty. It also looks like you're reading from a script, but hey, I don't know anything.
Newsflash, if somebody wants to walk into a bathroom and do something gross, they're going to do it regardless of whether or not you have
I agree with this point 100%. However, given the very interesting times that we're in, the popularization of transgender ideology, and events that weren't hyped up in the media, but that did actually happen, seems as though the way the human brain works, it's like, you can do so much great positive stuff, right? I mean, I'm sure you guys can all relate to this. And then you do one thing wrong, and that just outweighs all the positive that you've been doing. Same concept can be applied to this. Unfortunately, there's individuals that I don't believe are actually trans that are putting on a wig and putting on a tutu, putting on a whatever, going into women's restrooms and causing people to feel unsafe. Not actual trans people. Because I know my sisters that are all bum looking and would never do such a thing, of course. But because these, I guess, white straight men, not just that, these individuals that are opportunists, if you will, are doing that and ruining it for the rest of us. Of course. So, you know, it really is, it's a hard thing to gauge.
If you gave a shit about women, you wouldn't have voted a fucking sexual abuser into the highest office in the U.S.
Right. Just like the baby sniffer from last term. Bruh.
And if you really gave a shit about women, you'd be looking at who the single biggest demographic of people who assault women are. White straight men.
You? Is he like telling on himself or what happened to this? I'm so confused.
But no, you won't do that. You'd rather look at this bullshit culture war and demonize the most marginalized groups.
Soon to be, if not already, white people. White people. By 2050, everyone's going to be darker or tan or whatever. Look it up. I promise you.
Because you're a fucking
Hypocrite.
coward.